Collaborations in the hip-hop and rap music industry have produced long-lasting partnerships and successes, including the one between Lection and DJ Cleo. Motswako rapper Thebe Lekhonkhobe, popularly known as Lection, has just released a single called Come Alright, another collaboration with DJ Cleo. Having performed alongside the other artists such as HP, Cassper Nyovest, Fifi Cooper, and many others, Lection joins us to discuss his career up to so far and the live performances. Pleasure to have you with us. Much appreciated. And Lection, I always check where the names come from, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Now, with you, the Lection part,
yes.
Where does it come from? From the surname, I suppose?
Yes, surname and all my three names, because Mama will be adventurous and
yeah.
Give me three names. So
okay.
L-E-K,
yeah.
L-E-C. You know,
okay.
Just change the C to K, you know, K and C, they sound the same. So yes. Lection and T, first letter of my first name.
Yeah.
I, third letter from my second name. O-N, the last two letters of my third name.
Okay.
So they make Lection, yeah. Because my mom was like, you know, why don't you come up with a name that's going to define all your names? And I was
yes.
like, how can I come up with that? Because
yes.
Thebe Lekhonkhobe,
yeah.
they all have different meanings. So, but then,
okay.
And I was like, you know what, let me just fuse them, take the letters and play around with them. And
okay.
Lection came about.
Oh, see, now, maybe you should already produce a song or create one that explains the whole
I actually do on my first album, my intro.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a lot of people miss it. You know, they go like, oh, they just love the song. And then I go like, do you understand that my first verse, I'm actually explaining where Lection comes from?
Really?
And people go like, oh, interesting. That's very cute.
No. You know what? Let's do something here. Let's educate the people a little bit, those who missed it before. Yes. Just give me that verse where you explain the name.
L-E-C, the first three letters from my last name. T, the first letter from my very first name. I, the third letter from my second name. O-N, the last two letters from my third name.
Got it.
First lines.
That's how we should have opened the show. You know, why go all over the place? This is the thing. L-E.
Yes.
Can we do that again? Let me see.
L-E-C, the first three letters from my last name. T, the first letter from my very first name. I, the third letter from my second name. O-N, the last two letters from my third name.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Thank you.
We can leave it right there.
Just like
but why should we when we have so much to talk about?
You know.
See, that's why I love musicians and creative people, because somehow you take any situation and then you create something out of it.
Definitely.
I don't know. I just had a hunch that there's something much more to the name than just that. So well done. Much appreciated. So anyway, Rustenburg has got its own issues, right? Well, I don't mean creatively.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, many people do not even realize that Marikana, for instance, is not far from Rustenburg. Would be part of it anyway. It's just a few kilometers out of that. So they would know about Marikana and mining, but not know that there's actually an established community there, and it's been there forever.
Yeah.
And Tlhabane, Phokeng, and the rest of those areas there. But rap, hip-hop in Rustenburg, was there a strong culture that inspired, influenced you up to you taking up this genre of music?
Well, you know, like Bukonebu Prima Northwest as a whole, like there's a lot of, especially when it comes to rap, because Motswako is a sub-genre of hip-hop, you know, like, and we all grew up listening to hip-hop. So it was just a matter of, we were waiting for that one person, sort of kind of like our pillar, a person brave enough to go like, you know what, cut the norm, let's rap our mother tongue. You know, people like Bostone, people like a group like Boba Fitlile, you know, your Crowded Crew, your HP, and then those people those are the people that inspired us, and they make it seem possible. Like it was very possible to sell, do what you love, or rap comfortably in your mother tongue, and then everybody else followed. And doing shows and doing motivational talks, whatever, going to schools and speaking to the young minds, you realize that they're still proud of the fact that they can rap in their mother tongue comfortably and express themselves.
Oh, so it has actually encouraged them to understand
so
that
now
there's value in their
it's a beautiful culture. It's like every time we go to Northwest, anywhere in Northwest, even the PE, because I remember I went to PE and I was shocked. They could actually, you know, relate to the hooks, the dances, and everything. You know, they can't really hear my verses word for word, but they can kind of like, you know, make sense of what I'm trying to say. And that's all you need.
With the whole
music
vibe,
it's an international language.
Yes, which is great. But you know, and the creative part is difficult, but not necessarily the difficult part.
Yeah.
Because the difficult part is the business of the creativity, isn't it?
Definitely.
So, you know, you can who can rap in any language, but unless you get the appropriate breaks and you connect with the right people, it doesn't really go to as many people as possible.
True.
So, you know, I suppose when you're busy trying to find yourself, create yourself, and create your stuff, that was one of the problems. And how did you build the network and the connections?
I think luckily for me, I met up with a certain gentleman who owned a club. It was one of those popular clubs. So what he did was, he saw me perform and he said to me, I'm going to give you a deal. I'm going to pay you, but I'm going to give you a platform for the right people to see you perform. Impress them, and then you take it from there. And I was like, you know what, I'm happy with that deal. And that's what happened. Like, I started meeting up with your squatter camps, you know, tear gas, everybody. Started meeting up with the right people. But sometimes, you know, when you communicate directly with an artist, you never know how they really feel. They might feel like, okay, you're a threat, or you can actually empower them or give them another aspect of creativity or whatever. So I never wanted to deal directly with the artist. We can mingle, take pictures, yay, whatever, but I'd rather talk to the PR guy or the manager, go like, I need you to help me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure.
So that's how I kind of like climbed up. You know, I met up with the artist managers, artist PR agent, artist, you know, road managers,
because those are the business people,
these are the people who do the job.
Yeah.
We are just the musicians. But in the early stages, you can create a song, but then now the question is how you're going to get it out there. So that's where you connect with the people who get the music out there. The artist will be nice for, we call it, we call it, some people call it bigging up. We call it co-signing in our hip-hop sphere. We call it co-signing. When I go like, yo, oh man, I love your stuff, and I tweet about you, or I Facebook about you, that's co-signing, meaning my fans naturally gonna go like, we're interested in this Lection guy.
You promote each other in a way.
So that's how I think you can kind of like connect with the artist, but then the business
you know,
side of things.
as I suggest that, you know, collaborations go a long way though.
Yes.
You know, once you create together, like now with DJ Cleo and Come Alright. It's not the first time you work together.
Nixon.
Yeah. So what's the basis of the connection between the two of you?
Well, he actually saw me at that club that I was talking about. He saw me perform. I was performing before he said. I think it was 2009 or 2010. And then he Facebooked about, he put up a post about me because Twitter wasn't really popular then. He put up on Facebook and say, there's a boy by the name of Lection in Pretoria. This boy is the future. And then I wasn't his friend on Facebook or anything. I just heard the hype from the streets. You know, people started saying, are you the Lection Cleo was talking about? We're like, Cleo, Lection? Okay, let me search. And then I saw his post, and then I tried to get hold of him. Ever since, you know, we've been crossing paths at events, and every time he sees me perform, he'll give me a hand and go like, I like your performance.
You know your thing.
One day, we're going to jump in studio.
Yes.
I'd be always going like, when? But then, you know, like, I just told myself, everything happens in good time and everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
The moment we jump in the studio, we started doing a song called I'm in Love with a Go-Go. It was just a gimmick, just to get people talking. And after that, we did other songs that haven't been released yet. And then now Come Alright. So it has been like that. The chemistry was there, you know, like he's a brilliant
producer. And you've been doing a lot of live performances. I know you're a feature of the Mufftown performances, right? So
yes, well, not this year, because this year I'm doing my own events because I feel like there's untapped market out there. Yeah, like, you know, your Manzer, you know, a place like that. I don't think Mufftown will go to Manzer, you know, but I can suss out a little small place and do an intimate performance. And that's what I'm focusing on this festive. Doing all of that, try to do national tour, Lection live, one night only with Lection. And I call up a couple of my friends or people that I think like they would support the initiative.
So I want to put you on Facebook as well, like DJ Cleo, right? But you've got to impress me too. So I must tell people that I know that song, Come Alright. So please check it out. Lection will be taking his tour around the country. With his latest release, Come Alright. Give me a taste of Come Alright.
You know, better yet, let me give you something that I wrote when I was still a kid, and it still works now.
Yes. It probably might work with me.
I hope so.
Because the new one might be way above my appreciation and understanding. But let's try that. Let's try where it started.
ga ke makale go sang ke itse boss ke tsena ke fetela ka bo busy boss manyara ba pusha fela bo dizzy boss ke ba itse boss ja easy boss ba dizzy boss ka mmino ro ba tsotlego ke philo ke na mebileng ke phapela dilo diragatsa matlafatsa bana ba tshabele diphitlo duba di dubi for the kitso khale re melela tshepiso ba bereki bana thana mahiso di katse di gobakanela kitso ka tsa mephato mathaka ba tharo mapara ba kalo ka sona sekalo ka tsona palo ka paka mepako ka gata bogato go direga jalo.
Yeah, no, you're trying to test me, right? If I can try.
Throwing you one of those old Tswana words in there.
Of course. Yes. I understand every word. So if you are in doubt, you get it, right?
Thank you.
Then I would understand everything.
Definitely.
Thanks very much, Lection. Everything of the best, right?
Thank you
and
so much.
Have a fantastic festive season, and I hope the people all over the country enjoy you. Particularly the ones in Manser, as you said.
Thank you, sir.
Much appreciated. That's Lection. Come On Right is his latest single. But of course, he's got other material that he will be wowing the crowds with over the festive season. And we appreciate his time here with us. And we hope you enjoyed tonight's program. We're inviting you to join us again next time. Don't forget, talk to us on email tonight@Modise.tv, Modise.tv, beg your pardon. And of course, on Facebook, Tonight with Tim Modise. From us, good night to you.
Before you know it, December, Kibela Manora Adi, Kopanya Bali Fika Le Manora Go, Lego, Banana Ba, Kiribama Furanyana Lidi Kefera, Scatlo, Kefasta in the jungle like Umpone Kibula Sekeleke Hotadi, Kili Danger, Hosenabo Enga, Geturima Bujiana Le Manora Auchensa. So like a dealer, look at the mirror, feel like I'm a winner.